Welcome back. The Lenox Hill Neighborhood House is a nonprofit organization based here in the Upper East Side of New York City. It has been serving the community for over 130 years, committed to providing a wide range of services to individuals and families, particularly those who are economically disadvantaged or vulnerable. We are now joined by the Director of Policy and Advocacy for the Lenox Hill Neighborhood House, Justine Tetteh. Welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here with you today.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here. Obviously, give us a brief overview about the work that the Lenox Hill Neighborhood House does.
Yeah. So we've been a organization that's been open since 1894. We follow a settlement house model. So we strive, and our mission is to provide multi-generational care through social services, education, and overall wellness. And so we've really invested a lot of time into building and uplifting our community in the Upper East Side. And so since we've been able to do that, we've been able to expand our reach outside of the Upper East Side and really integrate our services into the 5 boroughs in New York State.
Yeah, and I was reading on the website, policy and advocacy are some of the things that are at the heart of this organization's mission. Talk to me about how that is being obviously applied through its mission, its program, its efforts.
Yeah. So policy and advocacy as a role is an inaugural role that was introduced very recently. However, the organization has always been involved in advocacy within the community. And so since, the role has come to life, I would say we've been working really hard on, meeting with elected officials at a local, state, and federal level, and really opening the lines of communication and building rapport. So when we have the difficult conversations about, increasing services for older adults or, increasing funding for education, affordable housing, social services, we really are at the front lines and we really are representing the communities that we serve.
Yeah, now obviously you do put an emphasis there on even our older communities, our citizens right here. Talk to me about some of the ways and some of those programs of how you work with them.
Yeah, so we have an extensive amount of programs, I would say. We have older adult centers, we have an early childhood center, we have a supportive housing residence, a women's mental health shelter, and then various other programs that are really packed into the foundation of our organization. So it's really amazing to see how the organization has grown from the origins in 1894 as a free education center for young children, and how we've been able to expand education for the entire age range and really grow with social services in general.
Yeah, I was reading a little bit about the work, and it says it supports 10,000 older New Yorkers.
Yes.
Obviously, to have that big, wide range of New Yorkers, what are some of the efforts maybe that you are doing with them, or how do people even find out and join an initiative if they want support?
Yeah, so I would say that the work that we do with the older adults in New York City is really comprehensive. So we have 2 older adult centers. We do serve 3 nutritious and healthy meals every day, 7 days a week. And apart from serving the meals, we also have a wide range of activities that we do offer to all of our older adult members, which I'm a little bit jealous of because they really do have a great time. Some of these activities are like, dance, tap dance. We have swimming classes. We have swimming meditation. Some of our members are also volunteers, so they also lead courses and activities, so they're able to share their wealth of knowledge with other members. And aside from the meals and the activities, we also have additional educational opportunities for older adults. So this could be ESOL or language courses. We have adult education courses. We have tech education courses. Wow. We also have mental health and social service benefits assistance integrated into our older adult services. So it's really a general wealth of knowledge of care and commitment to helping our older adults in New York City age gracefully.
Yeah. Now, of course, some of the programs that you also have kind of expand far beyond the Upper East Side. Talk to me about the Teaching Kitchen and its impact on Bronx residents specifically.
Yeah, I love the Teaching Kitchen. So the Teaching Kitchen is a program that was introduced by the Neighborhood House in 2016. And our executive chef, Evelyn Garcia, she goes to different programs across the state, organizations that are serving government-funded meals. So this could be schools, older adult centers, early childhood centers, homeless shelters, etc. And essentially, she goes in and she meets with the kitchen staff or the chefs and helps the staff create a menu of healthy, nutritious, farm-to-table meals with the tools that they do have. So every site is different. Every site has different needs. And so each program experience is really tailored to that program. So across the entire organization, we do serve approximately 480 clients in the Bronx, but we have made our biggest impact in the Bronx with the teaching kitchen. So as of today, we've trained about 43 sites in the Bronx, mostly early childhood centers and older adult centers. And this has had a direct impact of over 4 million meals. So we are always looking to expand our reach in the Bronx and continue to have other programs who are interested in working with us.
Yeah, when you mentioned even the work of your resident chef, of how she meets with other, obviously shelters even at that, or to provide these services, you also do have a focus on homelessness, working with either people who were formerly homeless individuals. Talk to me about the work of the Women's Mental Health Shelter and Casa Mutua.
Yeah, I could talk about Casa Mutua all day because I actually started at the organization at Casa Mutua. I spent 2.5 years there, and of the 2.5 years, I was the director of the residents. What I can say is that both of these programs really do offer, the women and the tenants an opportunity to kind of regain their independence. I would say that the organization really prides themselves on acknowledging the perils of mental health and mental illness in New York City. And so we have a lot of mental health services built into all of our programs. So I would say that with Casa Mutua and Women's Mental Health Shelter, we, have extensive social services opportunities and like essential care, whether it be healthcare or mental health care, that we offer them. And it really allows us to help them regain their faith in social services, but also regain the faith that they have in themselves to really reintegrate into society and be stable.
Yeah, now, of course, when you list all these different programs that we've been talking about and elaborating more on, you do serve a diverse group of individuals, from our children, our seniors, even people dealing with economic hardships. How does the organization make sure that they are able to kind of encompass everyone's needs?
Yeah, I would say it's really important for the neighborhood house to be in tune with the needs of each group, right? Every group that we do serve has different needs and they're always changing. But apart from knowing the needs of each group, it's also educating ourselves with what is happening at a local, state, and federal level, right? And how, certain policies that are presented within our government can really impact the services that we offer or funding, or can really impact the wellness of the community that we do serve. So as a team, we really do work very closely with one another to kind of bounce ideas off on how, we can serve this community and be creative, maybe work with one another to really address the needs of everyone, but also educating ourselves and being aware of what's going on outside of the neighborhood house.
Yeah, now, of course, with continuing that mission, I know May 1st is a very important date.
It is.
Talk to me a little bit about that date and what we can expect.
Yes, so every year we do have a gala, spring gala. So this year it is May 1st. And so the gala has been going on for several decades. And so Albert Hadley, who was a former board member, he is also a legendary interior designer. He created this idea of inviting interior designers to participate in the gala. And so all these interior designers come every year. We have several who are coming this year, and they really transform Cipriani 42nd Street into like this breathtaking experience with the most beautiful tablescapes I've ever seen in my life. So this year we will be having about 500 guests who are all supporters and partners of Lenox Hill Neighborhood House to really celebrate the work that we do in our community in ways that we can expand and continue the work.
Yeah, now I know with bringing so many people into the room who believe in the mission, there's also some honorees. Talk to me a little bit
Yeah.
about what you
Yes.
decided on how these people, why they should be honored and how they
Yeah.
support the mission.
So this year we are honoring Dusty Phillip, who is a dedicated board member, and he is also a member of the Upper East Side community. He lives there with his family. He is also the co-chair of global mergers and acquisitions at Goldman Sachs, and he serves on the boards of various other local and global nonprofits. So he's a real pivotal member, not only for our organization but for other organizations. And then we are also honoring Warren Scharf, who is the executive director of 22 years, which is 1/6 of our organization's history. So he is actually stepping down and retiring in June. But we essentially just want to celebrate his remarkable leadership. And he is someone that has always encouraged all staff, current and prior, to really excel in the way that we provide services to the community. And the foundation of his entire career has been advocacy for underserved people and communities. So we're really lucky to have had him for the time that we had, and we're really lucky and excited to really toast to his remarkable leadership at the organization.
Yeah, now I know we will definitely stay tuned to that upcoming date. I mean, with that as well, Justine, when, we were talking a little bit before, and you mentioned you've been 4 years now with the organization, and you are a Bronxite yourself.
Yes,
so,
I am.
Yeah, and now being in this role of director as well, talk to me about, how has that been, being a part of this organization, how has it impacted the way you see community service, philanthropy, and its mission that it's doing?
Yes. So I'm a Bronx resident. I was born and raised in Marble Hill, which is not too far from here. And my aunt went to undergrad at Lehman, and I've been in this building many times. So it's actually really nostalgic to be back. And I can say that as someone who was born and raised in the Bronx, I have seen the ebbs and the flows of our borough, right? But I can also acknowledge that while we do have roots of greatness here, we also have an issue where the borough itself is very overlooked and underserved. And so with that, I've been taught from my experiences growing up in the Bronx about the power of empathy and about the power of community and coming together and being collective. And it kind of inspired me to pursue a career in mental health counseling, because I'm a licensed mental health counselor in New York State. And so when I joined the neighborhood house in 2021 as a clinical coordinator for Casa Mutua, I was able to provide social services and mental treatment in that manner. And it really inspired me to not only want to do more in the community, but to inspire me on how doing more in the mental health and supportive housing and social services realm can be expanded into policy and advocacy and really being a voice for the community. So we're always looking as an organization to expand what we do into the Bronx, and I'm hoping that some people watch this and they learn more about the organization and want to join our community.
Definitely, and I mean, it's great to have, obviously, a Bronxite, someone from our community, join us here today. Even though Lehman College, you are familiar with it, welcome back as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justine, for being with us, okay?
Thank you.
With that, to our viewers, to learn more about their efforts and programs they offer, please visit their website at lenoxhill.org. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be back with more Open after this.